Hey everybody, welcome to Studio 64. My name's David. I've been searching the interzones for more science, space and tech news to share with you. I came across this at Sputnik International. Yes, Chinese scientists propose magnetic launcher on moon to send resources to Earth. According to reports, this should be interesting. Yes, freighters travelling from the moon to deliver mineral resources is quite an interesting concept. Let's have a look and see what they've got to say. Chinese scientists proposed building a magnetic launcher on the moon, which could become a cost-effective way to deliver resources mined on the lunar surface to Earth, and in addition, part of the Russian-Chinese lunar station project, Chinese media reported on Sunday. Now, according to the publication, scientists from the Shanghai Institute of Satellite Engineering suggest that the magnetic levitation installation will work on the same principle as the hammer throw in athletics, but the rotation at increasing speed will be carried out before a cargo capsule is sent to Earth. Now, scientists are convinced that due to the unique environmental conditions on the moon, such as high vacuum and low gravity, payloads can be sent twice a day, and the cost of such transportation will be about 10% of the cost of existing methods. Very interesting indeed. Any aerospace people out there are watching this video, or they are astronomers? Do you think this is a possibility? Do you think it could work? It's a fascinating concept. Being able to launch things from the surface of the moon, but basically just a gigantic slingshot, I guess, is the way to look at it. But love to hear your thoughts on it. Very interesting. Yes, the system's technical readiness is relatively high since it consumes only electricity and does not require any propellant, so it'll be relatively small in scale and straightforward to implement, the scientists said in the paper. Okay. Wonder how the electricity is generated. Surely solar wouldn't be enough. They'd have to, knowing the Russians and the Chinese, they'll set up a nuclear power station on the moon. Ooh, do I hear flashbacks to Space 1999 from the 70s? Interesting. Google that show if you don't know what it is. Fascinating. British program, Space 1999. They also noted that the main task will be the extraction of helium-3 to help solve the problem of the energy crisis on Earth. The project, in their opinion, will also contribute to the development of space mining technologies, heavy launch vehicles, and artificial intelligence. The proposed launch system will use a 50-metre-long rotating arm and a high-temperature superconducting engine to launch capsules with mined resources. 10 minutes after launch, the rotation speed of the arm will reach the second cosmic velocity of the moon of 2.4 kilometers per second and about 1/6 of the second cosmic velocity of the Earth, and put it on the correct trajectory for returning to Earth. That's very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, wonder what sort of material they use to build it, and if it's that would have to be very, very structurally sound for those sort of speeds. Interesting. But again, I'm not an engineer, so if any engineers are there, it's just my thoughts on it. Any engineers in the audience, please feel free to comment, because you guys are the experts in that area. The system is designed to last at least 20 years, but it will weigh about 880 tons. So before it will be delivered to the moon, it will be necessary to wait for the start of operation of the Chinese Super Heavy Launch Vehicle, the publication said. Now, as usual, I'll leave the link to the main article below the video, so you can pop in, check out the embedded links, go for a bit of a deeper dive if you want. Makes for an interesting read beyond the main article, believe me. Yes, well, the team working on the project suggested it could be part of a proposed joint Russian-Chinese project to build a research station at the south pole of the moon by 2035. Yes, the Intergovernmental Russian-Chinese Agreement on the joint creation of the International Scientific Lunar Station, or ISLS, was signed on November 25, 2022. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed a law ratifying the agreement on June the 12th, 2024, and it entered into force on July the 18th. The document was published on July the 25th. It indicates that the station will be created in 3 phases and will receive modules on both on the surface of the Earth's natural satellite and its orbit. Now, during the 3rd phase, it is planned not only to study and develop the moon, but also to assist other countries in landing on the moon. The implementation dates for each of the phases are not yet mentioned. Very, very interesting indeed. Now, I've done some videos on the Russians and the Chinese and their cooperation on the moon. Should be very interesting. Check them out in the channel. I'd like to see what these boys and girls come up with, because politics aside, as I say, not interested in the politics. I'm interested in the technology and the scientific collaboration. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. And let's just Hope they do it for the right reasons, just like the Americans. I just hope they do all these things for the right reasons, for expanding man's knowledge and all that sort of stuff, because it's going to be quite fascinating. But knowing human beings, no matter what side of the political spectrum they're on, it's going to end up like fighting over oil was back in the day, or coal or something. Natural resources and uranium being ends up we just behave like squabbling, childish, mindless primitives. So the only difference is, I guess, we do it on off world. Dear oh dearie me, human beings, what can you do? All right, well, my name is David. Thanks for joining me for another Studio 64 Science, Space and Tech News update. I shall see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're up for it, drop a comment down below the video, because I'd love to hear what you think. All right, take care, and as I always say, if you can't be good at it. And as I also always say, bye.